I don't know if anyone caught that. Maybe I'll say it again. It was just a preview. Look, I hung my Tiny Things collection. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. I used these command hooks. The ones that have like the actual metal. And I hooked these on the hanging things that are on there. So Tiny Things is up. It's too full. I need another display case. Each shelf is like full and I have stuff on the top. And then I do have a couple things that can't fit on there. Like a little piano I got from my in-laws. And some other stuff. So we'll see. Welcome. I'm going to do these as one again today. My Flosstube will be in the first little part of it, and then we'll get to the live after that. And it's going to be a short one today. We have to go shopping right at 10:30 because Dylan has some stuff to do. So let me show you my whips. First whip. Hi Nicole. First whip is Barnyard Animals. This is my Stitchin' Mommy Turns 40 stitch along. And I started this September 1st. And I'm not quite sure how many since last time, but I have started working on this tree over here. There was like a little branch that was creeping up into the sky, so I had to add this. I got a lot of this light color done, and this darkest blue, there's only 8 stitches left, but they're like way down here. So I ended up gridding a lot more of this. Boy, you can barely see it on here. Maybe it's the lighting. Yeah, that's a little. You can see my grid marks a little bit more. Hi, Sheila. So again, this is Barnyard Animals by Heaven and Earth Designs, stitched on 40 count, even weave, 1/1 half stitch. And I am 3.77% done. And no slowing down. I think this is really fun for me because I can stitch any color across the pattern that I want to. I mean, I do sort of follow the left to right, top to bottom, but sometimes if I'm working hard on this, I'll just finish the whole color. These ones I was like, nope, only one, because this is heavy confetti, so I was like, only one length this time, because otherwise it would bring it all the way, or I'd have to grid some more. Good morning, Erin. Hi, Ashley. There's Barnyard Animals. Got a lot done. Okay, and then next I worked on Seasonal Earth Stitch Along. This is, I think it was started by Stitch Again Sam, and there's a couple other people. I know Trixie Tricycle is doing it, Jody, and I don't remember where it was last time I showed it. I think I was maybe right here with these, and so I completed the outline of the I can't look and show at the same time. I completed the sunflower. I think I'm gonna save the middle of it until I get to the other side, because it is split and it's the same on the inside. And then I almost finished the duck. I just have the bottom of the duck to do. But yeah, this one goes pretty fast if you just put your head down and work on it. This is stitched on 16 count Aida 2/2. Full grass. 2/1. 2/1. Get my lighting figured out. Yep, almost done with summer. And it's still a little hot here in Baltimore, so maybe I'll make it appropriate for the time. Okay, and then yesterday I was like, I don't know what to work on. I have some old whips languishing, and so I pulled out what I'll work on today. Moroccan Sampler by Cliffside Stitches on Etsy. Oh, I forgot to say, this is from Emma Congdon's book, Cross Stitch for the Earth. Okay, so here's Moroccan Sampler, and I'll put this in the hoop and stitch on it today. I was thinking, I think I want to try to finish this year. That's doable, right? So since last time I finished this motif and started working on this one, and that's what we're going to do today. What I'm going to do today. What are you stitching on today? This has my little bird needle minder that I got as a gift from the Curly Stitcher, along with the Betsy Bird chart, which I haven't worked on, but sweet. Oh, and then I do want to talk about plans a little bit before we get started with the live. And the reason I want to talk about this is because somebody else talked about it. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago about doing a Van Gogh November, and Dr. Christie was watching, and she was like, why didn't Kaylee name it Van Gogh-vember? And I was like, well, duh. So if you want to stitch a Van Gogh pattern, then find a little mini thing on Etsy, because there's lots. Here, let me show you. Aha. I bought this 50 mini masterpieces, and this isn't just Van Gogh, this has some other stuff in here, but I'll definitely be doing some Van Gogh ones to add to my Tiny Things collection, because I have 40 count and they'll be like this big, and how cute will that be? I was looking at my Instagram and noticing that I don't have any finish. I mean, I have finishes, but I haven't finished anything in months. So I would like to have some finishes. So this is in my plans, and I should just give away one of these. I was gonna message the seller and be like, hey, can I download it and then just share the PDF with somebody else, or do you want them to download it? So yeah. Anyway, that's plans. Hey, Vanessa. Good morning. Long time no see. Yeah, so that's the Flosstube. If you just came for the Flosstube, that's all. I'll see you next time. And if you're here for the stream, then let's hang out. Let's chill. Ooh, I'll have to look it up. Sad story. Yesterday I tried to go to a... Did I drop something? No. I tried to go to an L&S and they were closed for renovations. I tried to go to this shop called The Stitching Post. Why don't we all look at it together? And they were closed for renovations. Here's their website, The Stitching Post. And I must not have looked very hard, because I'm sure they have it somewhere on their website that they're under renovations, but oh yeah, there. Hours to... Oh, you know what? I was looking on my phone and that was really small. So I showed up and they weren't open. Sorry about the blurriness, but zooming in is not the best. But look! That looks like they have lots of stuff. I need to sign up. Our catalog. Look at all the stuff. Cats! Look. Kitty Cottage sampler? Wow. So, yeah, I'm going to be trying to shop local at this place. Come on, audio. We got you. Oh, there we go. For some reason, the audio has to be clicked on to to play. Hi, Joy. How are you? How is everyone? Ooh. I'll have to check that out. Okay, we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like this to have our normal setup so that we can listen to music, see all the things. All right, let me put this in a hoop. One of my stitches got a little ripped out from my pin stitch. I think I cut it too close when I snipped it. There we go. You ever do that? You cut your, when you finish with the pin stitch, then you cut it too close and then you put your hoop on. Not a great idea. Okay, well, we're just gonna do that with that so I can have a little bit more comfortable. Let me get my chat out. I left my chat over here. Yeah. I'm excited. Oh, also, I guess I could have mentioned this. Well, I didn't. But I got the December box for Almond M&M's floss box. Because I'm looking at the October ones and I'm like, a floss a day? Floss a day keeps something away. Do, 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 do. This thing is really hard to put in the hoop, so bear with me while I struggle. No, I want it lower than that. Darcy's video, hilarious. Couldn't handle it. I was a little offended that he didn't reach out to me to make the stupid tumor song. But then Betsy praised it in her video and I was like, well, okay. I guess Darcy can be creative with the music. I guess. I don't want to share, but I guess. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Okay, we're in business. I think. Where's my Moroccan stock photo? And then you see me live adjusting everything so that you can see my stitching. That's not the right one. Is this the right one? There it is. Okay. Look at that motif. Oh, that's so cool. You know what, Ashley, I stopped trying. I stopped trying to be up to date. I'm really sorry if I missed your video. I've got stuff going on. And my mental capacity to consume Flosstube has been very low. I can do like 2 videos at a time and then I'm like, just gotta do something else. So if you have been a victim of my inability to focus on a video, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. You can see my tiny things and my messy desk. we go. Lean up against a fence. Ever since you shared that little saying, Vanessa, now I'm like, it makes so much sense. Lean up against the fence. Yeah, it was a pretty good week. I'm trying to ease my mind, and my lesson planning will be fine. I am doing quite a bit of like creating my own materials, creating my own lesson, trying to be creative with the content, because I'm not technically allowed to have the kids sing. Which is so kind of... So last week I think I talked about this on Wednesday. I did a lesson that focused on... Oh, okay. Well, we steal everything anyway. I focused on characteristics of singing, so we talked about range, vibrato, color, and tone. And then I had a listening activity. And also, I tried this app called Class Dojo that I hadn't tried before, because often the teachers, when I was teaching elementary, the teachers would take care of that kind of thing, and I had 40 classes, so it would have been really difficult to manage everyone with it and have my own classes. But now that I only have 3 classes, I can use it. And what it does is it tracks behavior. So if a student is doing something good, I can click on their name and give a reason why they're doing good. And it says, and it like gives them points. And then I can also take points off. And you can create, or you can write, you can do like reasons why they would lose points. So I put on their phone, having your phone out without, or if it's having your phone out during instruction if it's not needed, mask, not having their mask, wearing their mask properly, disrupting others, etc. And it just seemed like it clicked a little bit for some kids, because instead of me saying, hey, you're exhibiting a behavior, you're going to lose points for it, and just me keeping that in my head, it's something visual that they can see, that they can be like, oh, I was doing this action and I got penalized for it. And then I have a reward system for it too. I only used it for 2 days, but it seems to be working pretty well for all grade levels, actually. I thought it might be too kiddie for the 8th grade, but they respond to it. And so then if they aren't, they can log on too and watch their progress in class if they have their laptop with them. So they can see how many points they have. It's a little hard to do with 32 students that I have in one class, but I keep reminding them. Yeah, it's like an external thing. It's not like me, a human, trying to enforce it. It's just like, oh, the dojo says that you're not doing good right now. And then it's less emotional for me. I'm not, because I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, well, they've been in class all day in their other classes, and they've been forced to keep their phones away for the whole day. And then I undersell myself, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could let them have their phone out. No, they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to have their phone out, Kaylee. Although we did do a little trivia game that they could use their phone with. Oops, speaking of phones. Okay, let me check something. Whoop. Will we get to the dark one? No, we won't. So I'm gonna end this. Yeah, that's been working well, and I think I'm just gonna keep using it because even if they are wild one day, it stays the same. Like, you still gotta see. It's such a fine line. Phones aren't that important, but then if a kid forgets their Chromebook, where'd I put my scissors? If the kid forgets their Chromebook or something, then either they're supposed to just sit there and watch, but then some kids just start bothering their neighbors if they don't have their materials, which is a problem. Oh, I got a notification for Target. Quit bothering me. I'm streaming. Oh, that's right. I left my... This is what happens to me. I leave floss, and then there's just like a bunch of bobbins just sitting here, and I can't... Like, I'm like, oh, I forgot to put this back with this, or back in the master set. Hear my shoulder crack? I am a big old softie, and I tell the kids that too. Like, they try to convince me to give them a prize. Candy. They're like, but I was good. And I'm like, but you just chased somebody in the hallway. You were good during class, but you oh, okay. I think I made a deal with somebody and I forgot what it was. I think I made a deal that they were supposed to be good on Monday. This is why you don't make deals with children. Yep. Yep. Do. So yeah, I need to create another lesson that will hopefully be as good as this one. The one that was last week. I noticed that the kids do a lot better if they don't do very well if they are supposed to like just sit and listen, which I'm sure is true for any middle schooler. So I'm working on like always having a worksheet in front of them. I was so frustrated on Friday because as soon as I say it's almost time to go, I lose 90% of the class. They're like, oh, time to go? All right. I'm going to be as loud as possible right now, and I'm going to run around the room, and I'm going to, if I'm supposed to put my chair up on my desk, I'm just gonna like do it really loudly, and I'm gonna not listen anymore. Like 90% of the class. So like on Friday, I just kind of blew out my voice trying to yell at kids right at the end of the day. Our district is like, optimistic closing. And I'm like, how do you be optimistic when they don't listen right at the end? I know it's because I didn't, first of all, I didn't start that ritual at the beginning of the year. So no, they just, that's what they're used to. That's how they think it goes. I have to do more of the old, like, okay, these 3 children are ready, you can line up. These 3 people are ready, you can line up. And dismiss them like as in really, really small groups. Oh, awesome, Anne. It's morning for me, so. I'm sure hearing about middle schoolers is entertaining. Something that I learned to not have shame about very early on when I started teaching was having a lesson plan. So a lesson plan that is like 4 weeks in advance. So let me explain. I teach music, and oftentimes music is not on standardized tests. Sometimes music is not even in schools, as I'm sure y'all know. And in Maryland, it's not mandatory for students to have music. So also, if the district or the school has not adopted a curriculum, oftentimes music teachers are kind of either spending out of their own pocket for curriculum materials or creating their own lessons, which was what I was doing when I first started teaching. And that can be overwhelming to try to create a lesson with nothing. You might have, YouTube is awesome. I actually ended up purchasing the curriculum I had in California because it has so many materials and I've used it quite a bit. Even though it's geared towards elementary, but it has middle school resources too. So I have used my own things to create my own lessons, and there's not it's also, you have to think about what's going to work for your students. So I know that sitting and listening to a song and learning and singing the song is not a very good setup for my students because they lose interest very quickly. So it's just like I stopped being worried about having a lesson plan more than 2 weeks in advance because they might not learn it at the pace that I think they do. It's always good to have materials for your next lesson, but it's just not a priority for me. Math you should, or all the other core subjects, because then you have to. Am I talking too loudly? Is my microphone gain too high? Here, let me turn it down a little bit. I have my red. It's red. It's still red. Okay, that's a little better. Like for math and science, you have a curriculum and you have a chronological order that everything is supposed to go in. You have like deadlines and stuff. 2, 3, 4. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah. This is gonna kind of hurt my heart to do this, but whatever. I'm carrying my thread. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I just kind of thinking about ideas and what the kids have responded to, what they haven't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I also, in my lesson, I was having them listen to different styles of singing. So, music theater, opera, pop, jazz. I don't know why some kids are getting the grades that they are in my class, because I make it so easy. Like, most of my grades are, what's your opinion on this? And they just get like credit for sharing their opinion on this style of singing. Do you like it? Write a sentence about it. And I don't know why that's so difficult for some kids. I do know why. That sounds really non-empathetic. Hopefully we can make it all the way to the end with this strand. You got it. Do 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 do. Susie was so cute this morning, the kitty cat. Where is she? Is she sitting with me? Yeah. She's sitting on her little box. She does this thing in the morning, if she hasn't been kicked out already. If she steps on us in the night, we kick her out. But she does this thing where she plops herself right on your chest. It's so cute. Not yet, but I gotta finish this guy and make it all the way over here with 2 more. So we'll see. Susie has given me so much joy. She's made the hard days easier, for sure. I think I'll make it. Hopefully. This is 30. Oh, I don't think I said this in the Flosstube portion. It's 32 count. Mocha. Laura, hello. Welcome. I miss you. I think it's 32 count mocha, Joy. I got it on Etsy because I was like, linen, search, buy. And I use this like really cheap Amazon blunt needle. Oh, you know what? If I run out, then it's okay because I do have a little bit extra. I'm getting kind of hungry. I should eat something. Oh, right. I do have granola bars, so it'll be good. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna try to go find some different cat food or some 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Susie came with prescription cat food because she is overweight. She's shaped like a football. But she doesn't really like the stuff that we switched to. Like, we had bigger cans and then we have like 2 boxes of smaller cans, and the smaller cans is like chunky chicken stuff. And the other stuff that we started with was like beef pate or something like that. Maybe it wasn't beef, it was something, but it was pate. And she liked that a lot better than she likes this new stuff, so we've been having difficulty getting her to eat her medication. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is how I end with a pin stitch. You stitch the top leg first. So I stitch the top leg. That's my finished direction, and then I do the pin stitch underneath. Thread chicken. I know I've demonstrated this before, and Shiloh X Stitch MD has a really great tutorial on this. We made it. Oh, don't worry about being behind. In 20 years, there will be a psychological study on us. That's like a specific example of people feeling guilty about something that they shouldn't feel guilty about. There was this community of people who are crafters, and then they felt bad about missing their friends' updates. But they really didn't need to, because there were so many and the community was very large. That's what will be written about us, I think. Anybody else think that? It amplified the guilty feelings of not Yet some in the community were very good at recognizing that their mental capacity was not there that week, and it was okay. But they talked about it, which is good. Speaking of being behind on stuff, I have so many comments to catch up on. And by that I mean like 2 weeks worth of my comments. So that's not too many, but it's still comments that I need to reply to. Let me rephrase that. Comments that I have not replied to. right? I'm gonna clip this so it's out of the way a little bit. Whatever you need to use, hair clips. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this the right spot? Yes, it is. Isn't it funny how, like, aw, sometimes if you grid on one project and then you go to another one where you're not gridding, then you like second guess your counting a whole bunch. That's me. I am thinking about getting another scroll frame for my beach project. Because I feel myself wanting to get back to it, but then I also am like, but my Barnyard Animals is on such a convenient scroll frame that I don't have to put it in a hoop or fold it up. I might be I might be converted. A scroll frame convert. It's just so convenient. Do eat. I mean, it was so cheap at Michael's when I got the last one, so. Although I might have to get a bigger one, so it's landscape. Ah, inexpensive. Thank you. That's what I was going to get at the LNS. I was like, I wonder if they have a scroll frame. Because I dangerously was like, I don't need anything, but I want to go in and see what they have. As if I don't have enough things to stitch. So I was gonna be like, okay, let me beef up my hardware. I'll have to check online and see what they have for scroll frames. No, I'm having too much fun. Dylan said we're leaving at 10:30. Which is in 15 minutes. We gotta go shopping. But we've been getting a lot done. Sorry for bumping the camera. I always forget how fast. I say this every time. I always forget how fast I stitch on this. I was watching A Stitch With Me by Needle Ninja. That's one that I don't regularly watch. She puts out a lot of content. I have to correct you. It's Dillon. But a common spelling of Dylan, so it's okay. Sometimes people spell Dylan's name Dillon. Dillion. That's not his name. Yeah, exactly, Laura. Oops. I feel like that's one thing that often stops me from working on a project is like, oh, I need to load it in the QSnap or load it in the scroll frame. Actually, I never mind about the scroll frame. I only have one scroll frame. But definitely like with hoop projects. I know, Ashley, I would have gone longer, but Dylan was like, okay, I guess I'll go by, or I guess I'll have to do it tomorrow. And I was like, no, you're not going to do it by yourself. DJ Backstitch. That's okay. A common misspelling of Dylan. I mean, a common spelling of Dylan, but not my Dylan. I don't know what Darcy was thinking when he named it Dyllan. Just kidding. One, two, three, four. Hi, Susie. She really likes to crawl around underneath the desk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Ooh. Hi, Suzanne. This is Moroccan Sampler by Cliffside Stitches on Etsy, and she has a lot of different samplers, heritage samplers. So I have done Palestine sampler. She has 2 of those, and I have a whole bunch of other ones. Let me show you a couple of the other ones that she has. Display. Here's Greek sampler. This is going to be my next one, I think. Let me make this full screen. Cliffside Stitches on Etsy. She's based in San Francisco, maybe. And then there's a information on the motifs and where she found them and stuff. She's on Instagram now. There's Norwegian. I have Norwegian in me. Actually, why am I doing that? I'll just do this. Norwegian. There's Norwegian with 2 colors. I like the color one better, I think. But it came with both. And then Romanian. So there are many different patterns on her Etsy shop. Some cliffside stitches. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't really care too much about carrying on the back of this fabric because it's pretty tight. It's a pretty tight weave, so it doesn't, you don't really see the carried threads in the back. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? We're going 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she has bookmarks, samplers. I think she has like some snowflake collection or something like that. 2, 3. It's kind of like my go-to sampler store. Because there's a lot of samplers. You mean for my beach? No. It is not a digital. But I think that the diagonal stitching makes it easier to have a paper pattern. I haven't tried though. Since I tried originally, I haven't tried. Do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one, yeah, this one is. It comes as a PDF. It does not download to Pattern Keeper very easily, but it's easy to follow. Because it's mostly color completion. So I can show you. So it has, maybe I should show you this. So it has like a color version, which is pretty easy. And then it does also have like symbols version. And I just go by the color version because the colors are, I just have like a PDF reader app. Actually, I use it for my music, for choir music. Oh, we're all twisted up here. There we go. Dylan's home. I'll finish this thread and then we'll be done. Do, 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 do. not gonna make it. Oh, this thread chicken won't work. I'm not gonna get 5 stitches out of this little guy. All right, well, that was not very long, but it was alive nonetheless. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry, that was weird. We got some blue done. Now I gotta add these colors. Yeah, I think we could finish this year. Of course we could. Suzanne, this is 32 count. Linen, I think it's a Zweigart, and mocha, I think. I ordered it a while ago, so I forgot. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have it on here. Let's see. Flax. It's flax. 32 count flax. Linen. And DMC threads. Look at that. Old Kaylee was doing it. I made my own little project trackers and I actually kept track. All right, well, it is time for me to go shopping. Let me make myself big again. And you could admire my tiny things again. There they are. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you again soon. And happy stitching, as usual. Bye.